Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I've got another Christmas invention for you. So this time it's a snow globe card, and as you can see there's a lot of dimension on it, but it does fold fairly flat for postage, as you can see. Now I do print it on card as well, and as you can see it's got a lot of dimension when you open it, and there's sections to it, so you can see when it's folded down flat. And then there's all these little sections that are identical, so it's really easy to put together. And you can make this with your own templates. All you need to do is either, if you've got dies, you can die cut a snow globe, fill it all in, and then just make the ring section and then put it all together. Or if you want to buy my artwork, you can on Etsy or Ko-fi. I'll just quickly show you what they are and then we'll put it together. So what you get is the inside piece that everything works on, but you also get a front, and there is a blank front as well. So if you're a different country and you want to use a different language, or you don't want "With Love at Christmas," then you can stamp your own image or print onto it and do your own one. So what you do with the printer is, if your printer, mine comes out, goes through and comes out like that. Now what you're going to do is flip it over and put it back in the same way. Okay, don't do this. When you get the images, one will be upside down. I've done it upside down so that because you're going to flip, so you can see that the base there is going to end up this way because this is upside down. If it wasn't, this whole image would be 180 returns that way. So make sure you do that with your printer, and that's the other front and middle, if you like. Then you need these, so you need to print out 3 of these to make the 3D effect. Okay, you can get some basic instructions. Now what I've just showed you was on A4, but I've also designed it. There's a US letter one as well, which is 8.5 by 11, and as always the colour is different because it's a cream card. It's the only one I could source in the UK. It was easy to get hold of, so it's the same thing. And let's get started and I'll show you how to do it, guys. Just move this all out the way. Right, all ready to go. So what you need to do first of all is, I always score things, okay, before I've do any cutting with the base and the front, etc. Front and inside, I mean by base. Then there is a score line that I've put on there. Hopefully you can see that. It's very faint because you don't want to see it. So I'm just going to make that score down through the centre there. Now if you do have to print on 2 different bits and stick them together, then there are score lines on this side as well to help you to do that, okay? But you won't see those anyway because they get covered up. But that's what I've done. So let's just make sure you can see all that. Turn it over. Find a scoring tool which has gone AWOL. This one should do. Might be a bit sharp, but we'll go with it. And you just need to put your ruler on. Now if you put your tool onto the score line and then butt the ruler up, you know how far away from the score line you need to be in order to get that going. So just score down the centre there of that one, and then give it a fold. Fold it in half, and always make sure that these are lining up as you fold it. So always make sure that they're coming together as you fold it. Whoopsie, come back, everything's gone. Reinforce your score. Now you can see you've got that, and there's on the inside it's straight down the middle because we printed it in that way. If you've got any overhang or anything like that, you can trim in the front a bit or the back a bit, it's up to you. And even if you wanted to make it a little narrower, but I've obviously centered it on for the A4 and for the 8.5 by 11. So that's that bit. Let's move that one out the way, and then it's down to cutting out 3 of these. So I'm going to give you some tips on this. First things first, score. Always score. Now there's score lines at the top here that come onto the colour bit, and the score lines at the bottom. So again, pop your tool onto the score line and at the bottom, and then you're going to be exactly where you need to be and give it a score. Now fold that in half. Again, making sure the top and bottom are okay. Now I don't reinforce that too much because we don't want, it depends on your paper and what you're using, but if you fold things too many times the paper will crack and then you'll lose your colour that you've just printed out. Now fold it the wrong way, so wrong sides together, so you're looking at your image, and then we're going to cut briefly, or closely I should say, not briefly, Well, it might be brief. It's quite quick. Just go around the edge, near to it, near to the design, and chop that off. And you can save that for tags and things like that. So then we need to cut out the outside. So we're going to concentrate on cutting the outside first. So we're just going to go around the outside. I don't really need to do this because it's pretty obvious what you're going to do, but I'll just do a little section of it, okay? So what you'll notice with me is my scissors are going to pretty much stay at this angle, okay? And I turn the card and I'm cutting as I turn the card, and you get used to feeling that. And if you've missed a bit, just go back and turn the card again. Go into each point, and you can get rid of it if it's in the way. And then we're just going to move the card to it. And like I say, I'm not going to bore you and cut all this out. And then we take that little bit away, because I just find it easier if those little bits are out of the way. You have your own way of cutting. You can use a craft knife, or if you've got a machine that you can put it into, do that. Now with the angel policy for these, by all means, you can make anything and sell them, so you can sell them anywhere that you like. The only thing is you cannot sell my sheets of artwork, so you can't print them out and sell them, or sell them as the digital download that you buy. So that's the only thing. So I'll just get that for you. You can see it's quite quick, okay? So you get the gist of that. I've already cut them out ready to go, so you're not going to watch me cut loads of those out. Next tip is you obviously need to get into the centre now. So again, fold it wrong sides together, non-print sides together. And again, take a big chunk at the centre. Now you've got loads of room to get your scissors in there. And I always sort of like go to the point there, to the point there, take a bit of that away, and take a bit of that away. I just find that's easier to start cutting. So we're going to cut along here, and it's literally just cutting the inside of it out. And it depends which way you go, like if you prefer to go clockwise or anti-clockwise. And as I say, just keep snipping and moving the card through your scissors. Like you're just a little chopping machine there. Your right hand, just all your left hand if you're left-handed. Just chop, 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 chop. Now, I have done it where I've folded it in half and cut it. Okay, so while it's folded, I've cut it. The only thing with that is, especially, you always cut the middle last as well, because now that's got a lot of free movement. Okay, so it can become very, as you can see, this bit that I'm cutting out, it becomes very flimsy and it moves a lot. So unless you've got a really firm grip to make sure that's not going anywhere, I'd open it up. And definitely don't do it around this bit, because you tend to, I did it, and you tend to get like scissor lines on there. So not very good at all. So you want these three that you're cutting out to all be the same. So take a bit of time and make sure you're as close to the coloured artwork that you can be. And just chop away. I'm doing all of it because I want to show you something else, another little tip. So just remove that section like that. Now the next tip is to colour them. So when you've cut out, can you see there's little nicks and things like that in there, little scissor nicks in there. Hopefully you can see those. And the other thing is, if you're butting up the next one that you've cut out and it doesn't quite line up, you're going to get this white show through. So get a pen, and I don't use permanent markers, alcohol markers, because well, I use permanent sometimes, brush pens, but not alcohol markers. And always have the right side of the work away from you, so your pen's coming in from the back, and you can just colour along there like that, and then colour around here like so, down the back. And then the other thing I do is I just lay my pen flat and put a bit of colour on there. So if there's any white matching up, you won't see white, you'll see a bit of coloured pen, and it'll just look a little bit better. Now the only other area I do this, so I do that all around the base and I do the bottom. And obviously I've only cut around one side, so I'll only do half the base. And then I take a green pen. Now I don't bother with all of this inside, all of the outside, because it's white anyway, and you've got like, because it's, you know, a snow globe. It's glass, it's snowy, so it's fine. The only bit you notice is when it's in the card, as you can see, even like that, you can see that the colour there really helps. So I just do this little bit of grass here. So I just take a green pen and just do that little bit of grass there and there, and it just helps. And like where I had all those nicks, you don't see them anymore. It looks so much better for just colouring it. So if you've got pens and you've got the time and you want to, again, just lay it. This one's drying out, so I have to find another colour. You just do that. Okay, so just a bit of a scribble on the back so that if there's any white showing. Now if it doesn't match up when you put them together in a minute, I'm quite happy to cut the edge anyway. It doesn't bother me, so I'll cut the outside if it doesn't match up, but the inside, just want to get just those little bits there. It just makes it a bit better. So here's 3 that I've already cut out. I've got a 3 there. Now we were folding them backwards a lot like this, so just make sure that both of the fold lines are in like this, 1, 2, 3, and then take your center one and you're gonna do that to it. So you're going to glue that one to that one and that one to that one. So if this was off now, this is where you get to see the coloured side coming through. So if you've coloured it, it's going to be a lot easier for you to match up and not worry. If you've got white bit and you haven't got pens, or you don't want to do that option, then just once it's glued together, just snip around again with a craft knife or some scissors and just take the white bits off. So you've got your middle one, and then these 2 are going to go back to back on that. So I'll put some glue on this centre one. Now I'm not going to be able to let this dry because of the video, but make sure that all the glue that you've put on is dry. And it's easier to use a wet glue because you've got that little bit of manoeuvrability before it goes off. If you're using tape, then that's all very well, but you just have to be really accurate because you've got one shot at it, or you're cutting again. And you might like cutting. I don't mind cutting, actually. I find it quite therapeutic. Now ideally you want to go around and make sure that is to the edge here and to the edge here. Obviously I'm pushed for time, so you just then line them up and you can sort of like squish. See, I'm squishing them between there and there, my finger and thumb, and then just making sure they're quite good. Have a look, come around. You can do it like this, so you get to feel that they're all together. And then at the top as well, make sure it's as good as it can be. Fold it over. Once you're happy, fold it over and give it a good old squash. And like I say, this is where you wait now and let it dry. Okay, so we've got one section on, so you can see this white bit doesn't matter. This green bit on the inside is staying green, okay, because you've coloured it. So even if they didn't match up, and if these bits didn't match up and this didn't, there it doesn't quite match up, but you can't tell because I've coloured it. So it's just like a good little trick, really. So now we're going to glue the other side of that centerpiece. So again, pop some glue on, make sure it's up at these seams, like so. So it's a really easy card to put together. It's just a bit of cutting. It doesn't really take very long, actually. I have just invented something else, and I probably will be doing it. I'll just, yeah. I'll see. See if I've got time. Quite busy because obviously a lot of you know I've moved house, and yeah, we're having a, well, we're not having it. We do it, everything. So my husband's ripping out a bathroom. So I don't know if I'll be able to get in the art room before Christmas. Hopefully I can. So again, just make sure while you've got that manoeuvrability time, finger and thumb, so we know it's good that way and that way. And then put the actual globe sections, the rings together. You see they're not too bad. And then if you are unhappy that you've got too much white at the top, bottom, or outside, you can even go inside if you wanted, you can change that. So the good bit is where it's white. So open it up so you can see all the white, and give both sides a nice rub down, nice massage, and then just check, see if you're happy with all of it. and I'm quite happy. I don't want to cut any more of that off. I think that looks fine. So then we bring in the card base that we scored earlier, lay it flat like so, and then all you're going to do is add glue to all of this and pop it in place. And you can lift those up because it's more important that you get the left side and the right side on, and that is how you do it. And then you'll have your snow globe card. So head to Ko-fi and Etsy to purchase. The links will be in the description. And I hope you enjoy making it. And I hope, more than anything, I hope you all have a lovely Christmas, whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Enjoy. And hopefully you'll be making a lot of these to send to friends and family. And I also have lots of other Christmas card tutorials. There is a Christmas playlist that I've got on my channel. So if you wanted to, have a look at that and see all the different Christmas things I've done over the years. I've got some really nice poinsettia flowers actually. So good for decorating the fronts of cards and things. Or even, do you make ornaments to put on display? Yeah, there's a lot of things. Well, I'm going to wipe this finger of mine. It's covered in glue now. And then just get the two middle sections up. Put that over the card in the centre and this side. Like so. Make sure they're in the centre, like that. You can see where the lines are. So it's all going to fold nice. And then give it a good old rub. Another massage. God, it's so lucky. Right, and then when that's dry, you should wait till it's dry really. Fold the card in half again. And you can see then that you've got your lovely 3D snow globe. How cool's that? So good luck guys, and I will see you again real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.